good, everyone? It's Mikey T, the movie star. I'm back. Everyone has been talking about the situation with King Von today. You know, there's a lot of different news articles coming up about it, a lot of different scenarios that are breaking in regard to it. A video that I saw of Quando Rondo actually helping King Von after the whole incident occurred. You know, this is very unfortunate, you know what I mean? So I expect a lot of hip-hop's notable figures to reach out and speak on this. I expect a lot of people to reach out to King Von's family and help in that future. Like, in a short period of time, King Von really affected everyone in such a major way. You know what I mean? In such a short period of time, he really had everybody gravitating towards him and realizing how much of an influence in the culture that he was really becoming. And, you know, today, before the day ends, I just wanted to go in and speak on Gillie the Kid, who jumped on his live, and Gillie actually sent some very dope messages to all the people out there who are watching this, and he gave some stance on where he is with the whole situation. A lot of people watching this probably know that Lil Durk and his whole crew is one of Gillie's favorite artists right now. I'd go to say that Lil Durk is probably Gillie the Kid's favorite artist right now on a mainstream platform. King Von had actually just come to, it might have been the HDE, should salute my boy Pop Tracks. He has HDE Luxury Studios, and they shoot $1 million worth of game there now, actually, and that's really the home of all the recording. King Von had actually just come, and he was showing some love to Gillie and Mac and Cheese, Gillie's sons, who are actually putting together a project. And apparently Gillie said that King Von had made an appearance in the $1 million worth of game show that's going to be dropping this Sunday. And that's crazy to think, you know what I mean? Because on $1 million worth of game, they've been bringing on a lot of guests lately. You know, we saw them get it started with Pinky. We actually saw them have Waka Flocka. But now having guests on the show is a little bit more common for $1 million worth of game. When they recently just brought Nori on the show, and they actually went over to the West Coast and they had Blueface on the show. So they've really been experimenting a lot more with having a lot of different people on the show. So I'm going to be very interested to see what part and what role King Von actually plays, if he's actually on the show, promoting his Welcome to O-Block album. As everybody knows, that album came out. So I could really see that. I could see that it being him actually doing an interview on $1 million worth of game. Or it could just be a couple little behind-the-scenes exclusive type look. Because we saw last week when they were in Cali, or, yeah, when they were out at this mansion, Fatboy SSE, salute Fatboy SSE, he was actually there playing dice. So I'm really interested to see what capacity King Von is actually in the show. Maybe it might be an excerpt of him in the studio. I'm actually wondering if King Von laid any music for the Mac and Cheese collaborative project between 37 Mac and Young Cheese, Gillie's sons. I'm going to have to speak with Gillie about that. But I wanted to jump on here today and actually speak on what Gillie had to say about King Von, because it was really such an inspiring message. I personally hit Gillie and let him know that even me personally, I'm going to use the words that he said. Like, I want to live to see my kids have kids. You know what I mean? I want to live to see my kids go through school and go through kindergarten all the way up through high school and make their way into college and start a profession. These are some of the things that you can enjoy in life. You know what I mean? King Von came from the mud. He came from the dirt. You know what I mean? To the point where he could have put his children through college. You know what I mean? And to be able to witness that in your life, that's the ultimate achievement, you guys. Big shout out to Gillie the Kid. You know, Gillie was saying that basically God puts blessings for you to take advantage. You know, you want to grow old. You don't want to have that rest in peace tag on you. It's not cool to have that rest in peace tag on you. As much as anybody out there think it's cool to live that street life, you know what I mean? That's not cool. What's cool is actually playing your life out and living your life to the full extent of which you should. And obviously you could tell with King Von, he was on a whole nother level. You know, Gillie was saying you want to be out here watching your kids graduate from high school and end up in college. You want to see them make something of their life. Nothing comes out of living the street life besides jail, besides being in the grave or being in jail. You know what I mean? Gillie has been in situations before where he's actually been shot. You know, we've actually spoke about it here on the channel. He asked me if I knew what a Puerto Rican knot was back in the day. And you know what I mean? That's crazy that things are happening like this to these celebrities, to these young celebrities over a knot. You know what I mean? I saw some of the surveillance footage. I was watching it. It's like 3 minutes of surveillance footage. You can't really make out too much what's going on there. But, you know, it was most likely over jewels or money. And that's 100% ridiculous. You know what I mean? King Von, as I said before, was in a position, a bigger position than he even expected himself to be in. He took off so quick. You know what I mean? Nobody expected King Von to be in the bracket that he was in at that point in his career. And that's why I don't think he had the necessary security that an artist of his stature should have. The man came out and sold 27,000 units first week. You know what I mean? That screams success. He had a lot more to do in this time, but a lot of the artists that have taken away from us have a lot more to do. Gillie went on about this. He said, look what happened to XXXTentacion. Look what happened to Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? They took them away. They took them away from us at a very early age. You know what I mean? And you got to use these people that we've lost as an example, Gillie was saying. We got to use these examples so we don't make the same mistakes going forward. You know what I mean? There's too many casualties in hip-hop right now, you guys. We need to do something to get back and get away. And to get away from this formula that's happening. Because it doesn't happen in any other genre of music. You know what I mean? Another case that we heard about, BTY Youngin, R.I.P. BTY Youngin. He had gotten a major position at Rich Gang with Birdman, and what, he couldn't even be in New Orleans anymore? Like, he couldn't even be in his home state anymore? It's pretty ridiculous what's going on in the industry. King Von was just trying to show love and put on for all of his younger brothers, for his cousins, for his friends who never thought that they could see a lifestyle like that. You know what I mean? That they never could see a lifestyle where they could actually walk into a restaurant and order anything that they want on the menu within reason. You know what I mean? Within reason. You know what I mean? Some people will go to a restaurant and they'll never even order a Coke. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for the fact that King Von was changing his people's lives like that, like Lil Durk did for him, it was just an amazing thing. And now, what happens? What happens now? Now we've got another man gone, taken out of the equation. So who's going to be the earner? Who's going to help feed? Who's going to help feed everybody else there? Guys, I wanted to come with this very important message that Gillie dropped today. You know, Gillie is always dropping major game. And it's it's right now in hip hop, everyone's going to be down because of this. Because King Von was bringing so much light to the game. He was bringing such a positive message to the game, aside from some of the other stuff he was dealing with on the street business, you know, everything that was going on with some people who were dissing him, trying to call him out about where he was from, etc. Von was really changing the shape of the music industry, because you would never see somebody like that actually come up. But people like that do come up because that's or it's organic. It was organic the way King Von came up. You know, like you'll have, I'm sure Chief Keef and Lil Durk and Lil Reese had 100 homies coming to them. I want to rap. I want to rap. I want to rap. You know, I want to rap right now. You know what I'm saying? But King Von came, got his place, and took over organically. You know what I mean? And I want to say R.I.P. to King Von. You know what I mean? You definitely shaped the game. I'm sure you inspired a lot in Chicago. I'm sure you inspired a lot of people all over the whole country. You know what I mean? Because your flow, the flow you had, really got people talking. People talked about the cadence that you rapped in, and they're going to talk about that for a long time coming. So rest in peace to King Von. Major salute to Gillie the Kid for giving some of that $1 million worth of game advice. You know what I mean? He always gives some serious game when it comes to serious topics in hip-hop. So I really respect that. This is Mikey T, the movie star. Everyone that's tuning in, I want you to log on to nonstopconnections.com. That's right, nonstopconnections.com also presents Ooey Magazine. Ooey Magazine is a print magazine, you guys. It's a print magazine that you could have. If you DM Ooey Magazine right now, the first 20 people watching this video will get a free print copy of this magazine. But also, if you're not a part of the first 20, you will get a digital copy of the magazine, my dude. You will get a free digital copy. It's a print and digital magazine. It's 6 issues a year. It's a bi-monthly magazine. So tune in with Uwe. And if you got somebody that's locked up, this is actually the #1 magazine for men in prison. That's right. Tap in with this magazine if you got a friend or a family member locked up, and get them a subscription so we can get them something to read, y'all. It's Uwe Magazine in conjunction with NonstopConnections.com. Let me tell you a little bit about NonstopConnections.com. It's the perfect place to meet not-so-perfect people with good hearts. Nonstop Connections is a pen pal correspondence service that helps incarcerated men find positive people and new friends to communicate with while serving their debt to society. They are also actively involved in helping inmates find employment, positive programming, and housing when available upon their release. That's right, guys. It's www.nonstopconnections.com. If you got a friend or a family member that's locked up, hit them up with this website. It's going to be the best way for them to get some pen pal correspondence in their life. Sometimes this will make their incarceration that much easier, being able to talk to a girl. You know what I mean? Being able to build with somebody in a positive manner. It's your boy Mikey T, the movie star. Everyone that's watching this video, I want you to follow me on Instagram, Mikey T _ the movie star. Everybody that follows me based on this video, I'm going to follow you guys back immediately. If you want to come on the channel to do an exclusive interview, or if you want to come on the channel to do an actual music video premiere, if you're an artist and you got a music video that you want to premiere, or even if you're an author and you got a book that you just wrote, I'm open to anything like that. If you want to send me some merch to wear, let's get some merch going, guys. I'm open to working with y'all. It's Mikey T, the movie star. Let's tap in on the gram. Mikey T _ the movie star. Let's get it.